The following live stream may or may not contain adult language. How should we know? We haven't played it yet. Anyway, viewer discretion is advised. Hi! I forgot that we did not have opening credits for this one. So then for a split second there, I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. I don't have opening credits. Hi everybody, welcome in. Welcome, adventurer. This is a little bit different, isn't it? I mean, you could, but it might set an odd precedent for the evening, but you know, things are probably going to get weird anyway. Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Williams. I'm going to be GMing a little one-on-one session tonight for Ascensia, something a little bit different. Our other castmates could not be here for various reasons, and we have a guest joining us, Erika. Say hi. Very excited to have Xeni joining our motley crew. Why don't you start off by describing Xeni for us? Oh, that's good. That's you know, that brings me to a really funny point, because in my head, I'm constantly being like, it doesn't, just say it however you want to say it, because it's a fantasy name. It doesn't really matter. I'm not all that precious about it. In my head, I think I have been saying Malrueth, but Malruth is fine too, because different strokes for different folks, different cultures say things differently. It's fine. You can say it however you want to say. That's right. Yeah, it's fine. So she is no longer in the Shadowfell. How long has she been on the material plane? I think like about 2 years, maybe. Two years. Does that sound right? All right. So 2 years, and you have been in Eldaria. Eldaria is where our Ascension campaign is taking place, and you have, Xeni has been living mostly in the underground, correct? Potentially. So, oh my gosh, sorry. There's so many things on my screen. We will start with Xeni. She's going to be waking up in a settlement underground in Undervale. Undervale is in the ruins of Eversun, which is deep beneath Northvale. Northvale is the Fey city in Eldaria that our party has been in and out of a few times here recently, and one of the things that that they don't know yet, so if they're watching, they're going to learn this, you know, in real time. Spoiler alert, is that there is a whole ass settlement, a whole ass city down in these ruins, down in the deep, the oldest part where the settlers of Northvale first crawled up out of after the first big displacement event that swallowed Eversun. And this settlement has been down there for a really long time. And as the Fae were digging their way out of these ruins over the course of probably about 1,000 years, give or take, some of them did not go to the surface because some of them were not necessarily welcome. There is a big which you and I probably should have had this conversation prior to now, but it's cool because what did I say a little while ago? I like for stuff to be in game. Changeling are despised by the Fae, by and large, for a multitude of silly reasons, really, when you get down to it. But a number of changeling that were in Eversun when it first was swallowed up, they had families down here, and other denizens of the Feywild, and some denizens of the Shadowfell, because there were quite a few Shadowfell people in Eversun during the event that caused the displacement. And over time, they built this settlement together, away from the light of the Fey Oak, and down in the dim light of the underground. So, the main problem with the way that I have this up here now is, there we go. It's my little bar where I have to click things is just behind my light. So I have to like, all right, am I clicking the right one? So, first and foremost, I'm on the wrong thing. You wake up in a domicile. We have not talked about where exactly Xeni lives. Finding a homestead or a house in the Undercity might be something of a challenge, but there are lots of places off the beaten path that Xeni could be invited to stay at. Xeni oh yeah. Sorry, my bad. Oh, there we go. All right,
we're good.
Okay, so, Xeni.
Like you're describing where I am, and I feel like there's definitely a visual.
There is a visual. No worries, you're fine. So, oh my God, I producing and running the game is a challenge, kids. So bear with me, people at home. I miss you, wife, for lots of reasons. For that reason, at this precise moment. But I digress. So, Xeni she's developed kind of a working relationship with the Hunters Guild, correct? We talked about that some.
Yeah.
So, the place in question that we will say Xeni is staying is kind of like imagine like an off-trail hostel. Like if you know like the what's it called? The Appalachian Trail, or other places. It's all over the world, actually. What made me think of it was this movie I watched that took place in New Zealand, where there would be like these cabins, these roughneck. They're not really like, don't have any amenities really. They're probably not super comfortable always, but they're these sort of roughneck sort of cabins that are off of heavily trafficked trails all around the world. That's kind of what this is. So imagine the Hunters Guild does not have a proper guild hall in Undervale. There is a sort of makeshift place that they will come and frequent that the leadership of the city uses, but they do not have a proper guild hall. They don't operate properly out of Undervale because Undervale endeavors to keep itself a secret. And the guild people who do work through Undervale are aware of that. So we will start with Xeni at waking up in this hostel. You were called by an associate from the Hunters Guild named Nadja.
Yeah, okay.
And so describe Xeni physically for us. So let's go ahead and do that.
Hold on. I'm writing down the name Nadja. In case it comes back up later, it probably will. So Xeni is a Shadur-Kai, so she has kind of she's elven by kind of physical attributes, the ears, the general like physique, and lifespan of an elf, and then Otherwise, things are very different. So she's, from the underworld, doesn't see a lot of sunlight. And so her skin is like very kind of sallow and gray. And she has the same kind of gray, almost white eyes. Like I like to think about them as like those fish that live in caves all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like
yeah, that
they
totally
have, like,
makes sense.
Severe lack of melanin in their eyes because they like never see the sun.
Yeah.
And so her eyes are a bit disconcerting, um, like that, and her hair is kind of the same, like pale silvery white. And she wears it's not heavy armor because she's a dex paladin, but she has but she has very cool armor on. But she's not clanky.
Not clanky. Making
Not
note of that. Not clanky.
Markedly not clanky.
Specifically not clanky. Gotcha. All right. So
years of work with a special blacksmith
to make anti-clank armor.
Anti-clank armor.
Armor
life's work.
Wrapped in a thin cellophane of Nerf. Okay, cool. So you wake up in this hostel. There's probably some stuff for making yourself a meal. This is we talked for my players who are watching from home. I know that Meg, Katie, and James are all watching. They're in the chat. Hi. This is going to be about 24 hours before, like it's basically the last episode that you guys played. This is happening while you guys, they woke up at Armax Tower and did the all of those things. Drix and James, or Drix and Vigo had their back and forth, the Book of Bug, all that stuff. So this is happening while that's happening, so that we'll have a sequence of events that line up whenever we can all be together next week. Oh yeah, sweet. I think.
Yeah.
Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. So
I think I have it in my calendar correctly.
I think so. I think it's next week because we don't start the next tabletop
Did you have
turntable.
your last tabletop turntable last week?
Well, we were supposed to, and it didn't happen for reasons outside of our control. But that's okay.
Okay.
Anyhow,
I have it in my calendar as happening next week.
Perfect. So next week we will all be together, and what's happening today is going to be the synchronization of your character and their characters' timelines. So you wake up, it's morning. We are underground. It is worth noting still that we are in Undervale. I'm going to guess that Xeni probably doesn't make it up to Northvale very often because the Fey light has a kind of an uncomfortable effect on those from the Shadowfell. Conversely, the Shadowfell has an ill effect on those of the Feywild. And we're going to learn all about that before too much longer because that's where the party's headed for crazy reasons. I don't know, my camera just will not stay focused. And maybe it's I'm moving around so much, but I usually move around this much, and I usually isn't this bad, so I'm just going to be blurry for a minute. So we're in the underground, still way down deep. You wake up. After a short time, you hear a knock on the door.
Okay. I'll get up and go and answer the door.
Outside the door is a drow. You would recognize this person as Nadja. Nadja is from the Fighters Guild. This can be one of those acquaintances that you have made over this last year and a half, 2 years. Xeni, glad to see you're awake.
Good morning. I just woke up.
Right. Do you have any plans for the day?
Not fully yet. Nothing that can't be changed around. What's going on? That's
right. So
your energy this morning is a little tense.
Well, there is a bit of a situation. I'm wondering if I'd be able to prevail on you to run an escort mission for us.
Sure. Who or what needs to be escorted?
Who? It's a little bit of a delicate matter.
You want to come in? Should we not
please.
Just open the doorway?
Please, thank you. She comes in and she sets her stuff down. this is probably a place that she's even been to before because it's heavily frequented by the guild members. So she comes in. There is an unease about her. So the escort target's name is Kiva.
Okay.
Kiva was accompanying one of our groups on a mission and took ill. And she is currently sick, and the means to curing her are in North Vale.
Okay.
So we would need you to take some of the old roads up to the surface to take her to meet a contact.
Do they know we're on the way?
Yes, not in so many words, but more or less. This is something of a delicate matter.
Okay.
You have some familiarity with Renfrey and the changelings.
Yes.
At this point in time, the GM Michael will say, "Yes, you do have some familiarity with Renfrey."
I was like, I'm gonna assume that this is a yes and.
Yeah, this is a yes and. Great instinct. Well, it appears that tensions on the surface have gotten a little bit pitched, and Renfrey and some of the militia are making some moves. Myself, along with the remaining contingent of the guild that is currently in Undervale, we're going to be running our own escort duty for a supply of weapons and armor that they're trying to get to in a different place on the surface.
Okay.
I like you, Xeni, and I understand that you are a seasoned warrior. Have you had any experience with lycanthropy?
Oh, should I make like a history check and see?
Sure.
Or should
Yeah.
I just...
Let's roll some math rocks.
Right. Right. Where's my history? Oh, that's shitty. Oh well, that's okay. That's a 5.
No, you probably maybe you fought a werewolf or something, but other than that, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think I know too much about lycanthropes. I can't say if I've ever met one before, and just didn't know that they weren't in like their other form. Or is that what's affecting Kiva?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I have the magic to cure that.
Yes, unfortunately, and Kiva is young and a bit foolhardy, and I don't know if she's being entirely honest about when she was infected. Another fun Ascensia thing.
Oh, go ahead.
There are 9 moons in Ascensia. This place wreaks havoc for werewolves, I bet. Not really, but one moon in particular is the one that typically governs that change, and we are currently in that lunar cycle. Just worth noting. Go ahead.
Nadja, does Kiva want to be a lycanthrope, or are you guys like forcing this change?
Oh,
like,
no.
Okay. You were just the way that you said that she was lying when she was infected makes me think that like maybe she wanted this.
I think she's scared. Okay. So she joined this detail that she was on because she's trying to establish herself as an archivist. She wants to curate the stories of the guild, and she, I think, is afraid that if this circumstance gets beyond her control, that is out the window. the contact that she is meeting is not necessarily set to cure her, but moreover set to help her deal with this however she chooses to. Um, the contact, I do not have her name or their name. Excuse me. They have been contacted though, and know to expect Kiva within the next day sometime.
Okay.
Now, at this point, she pulls out a map, which I don't have uploaded in Roll20, so I'm just gonna. We're gonna do it this way. I can send it to you on Discord.
Are you gonna
right?
on Discord? That
Yeah.
Then I can check if my notifications are really muted.
Hey. It's a very rough map. It's not like a 1-to-1. But what it does
are in fact muted. This is very cool.
The map that she hands you is of an old tunnel network. One of the big, so when the survivors from Eversun were rebuilding down here, they did have some help from people on the surface, and they created these old tunnel networks, mostly for getting large bits of rubble out of the way so that they had space to build down here, for establishing some kind of trade route, though open trade with the surface is not a thing. There are some secret trade routes. This particular route you can see from the map, and what Najee explains, is it will take you up through the old roads. You have a couple of choices though, as she points to the map, some forks, places that you can see following the trails that they lead to the same place, but you have options. It will take you ideally through one of the wet works in North Vale, and you'll be able to get to the storage depot that Kiva is expected at.
Okay.
Now,
that makes sense.
Kiva is not super experienced when it comes to combat, and this route might be dangerous in some places.
Okay. Can she do magic?
She does have access to some magic. She is the best thing we usually tell her to do is to hide. She's good at hiding herself, and she's good at staying quiet. She might have some other ideas about how she may be able to help in a fight, but I would not speak for her. My fear is if she were to get injured, it might trigger the change.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. So protect her kind of at all costs. Make sure she gets to where she needs to go. I always hate to bring this side of things up, but is there a compensation for this mission?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is a sizable payout. Now, one other thing that I did not mention is Kiva is somewhat well-to-do, at least by association. She has a brother up in North Vale who is a weaponsmith, from a long line of weaponsmiths. The compensation that the guild is prepared to offer is 1,200 gold.
Okay, that's something. All right. I mean, I was gonna do it kind of regardless.
I gotta pay attention to the chat. I keep forgetting that part.
I know. I have it up on one of my tabs.
This modern age we live in.
My tabs are always unhinged.
No, the guild is always happy to offer compensation for good work.
Okay, I would have done it even without, but that's always nice when there's a little something extra on the table as well.
I'll remember that for next time.
Mm-hmm. It's not saying I'll do things for free,
of course,
all the time, but generally try to do what the right thing is, and this feels like the right thing to do.
Thank you, Xeni. I really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Now she is a little shy, so she wanted me to come and talk first. I'll go get her. If you want to pack your gear and make ready, I can at least accompany you all to the first leg.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can meet you guys downstairs or outside. I don't know where we are in this little building.
I don't know. We'll roll for it. Where are
you guys in the main meeting area?
The main meeting area. Okay, so yeah, she goes back out and out into like the cavern area and goes around the corner, and Kiva is around the corner. Kiva is a... Oh my gosh. There. Kiva is another drow.
Okay.
Quite a bit shorter, quite a bit younger. At least in appearance. Elves, what are you going to do? But you can tell that there is a lack of maturity on this person's body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they're both kind of looking at the ground. Hi.
Hi, Kiva. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Xeni. We can talk as much as you want on our journey, but I'm going to be here to protect you. I can promise you that.
She cuts a glance over at Nadja, who is just sort of with her arms crossed. Thank you, Xeni, was it?
Yes, Xeni.
I know that this is not necessarily the best use of your time, but I appreciate your willingness to help me.
Of course. I would always help someone in need, and it seems like you need the protection to get where you're going.
Are you...
And I know about your situation, and that doesn't bother me. So if anything happens while we're out, it's okay.
So if I turn into a werewolf, it's not going to bother you?
No. Like, as long as you're protected at the end of the day and no one is unnecessarily harmed, and you don't turn me into a werewolf, then we're good.
Okay. Right. Shall we? And then the three of you head down the corridor. I don't have a lot of artwork for tonight. Just
That's okay.
FYI.
You mean you just drew 3 rooms, or 2 rooms, a whole underground building, 2 NPCs, my character, and probably like at least another couple NPCs before this. And you're like, oh no, I don't have enough art for today. Here's a map of where you're going.
I appreciate that validation. Erika, I appreciate you. Thank you for reminding me.
Your talents are recognized.
Thank you. But the three of you head down this corridor. The underground is not like the dark market or other underground settlements. It's much more spread out. The idea there being that the way that it's sort of laid out was as if should the worst should ever happen and the surface come calling, that it's more of a difficult sort of place to cause a ruckus. But after a while, you get to a path that is off a ways from the settlement, and Nadja sort of gestures down it, glancing back towards the town. Right, so this will lead you to the first fork.
Okay.
If memory serves, the left fork will lead into the fungal way, is what is a path that is referred to by the bug folk. And I think the path on the right is called the Iron Fang Tunnel. It's an old
Oh.
tunnel that some equipment was used to dig out to get some stuff down from the surface. I have to go meet up with the rest of the dispatch for Renfrey's party. You guys gonna be okay?
Yeah, we got it from here. Thank you. And I'll offer her like a handshake.
Nadja probably doing that like cool thing that you make sure nobody has a knife. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
she like leans down and looks at Kiva. Goes, don't cause any problems. Okay. And then she leaves. All right. So
All right.
this
I'll
is
like nudge Kiva a little bit and be like, it's just me and you now. Like try and get her to, open up a little bit.
Do you do this kind of work often?
Escort missions, not as often, but protecting people and hunting down monsters and, generally getting rid of bad things, yes.
You've hunted down monsters?
Yeah, I've hunted down monsters in the past. No werewolves, don't worry.
What kind of monsters have you hunted?
Should I roll to find out?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can do this however you want to do this, because the whole point of tonight's game is to just introduce you to the world and introduce the world to you. So
cool. I'm gonna make a history check, and the lower the roll, the lamer the monster.
Love that.
It's a 14. So.
Hey, respectable. It's above average,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Average, so nothing crazy. I'm trying to think of what like a slightly above average monster is, like a baby beholder.
Yeah, like a gazer or maybe even maybe an owlbear. We're down in the underdark, or not the underdark, but we are underground, and this kind of whole underground element is going to be like hook horrors, probably. Some other things. There's also all kinds of horrible homebrew monsters in Ascensia, but we'll have all of that in good time. Kiva's kind of seems to relax a little bit. I went with the monster, the guild on an owlbear hunt one time.
Oh, cool! How did that go?
Fine. It was sad. The owlbear got sick and was preying on some herd animals.
That is sad.
And she produces pulls from her satchel. She pulls out a big heavy, thick leather sort of a portfolio, not a sketchbook per se, but and she opens it up and thumbs through, and there are a mix of drawings and notes and journal entries and things in here. But she shows you this sketch of the owlbear.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thanks. I'm hoping to be an archivist for the guild one day.
Very cool. And Nadja said you do some magic too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. What kind of magic do you like to do?
She pulls her hands out and goes, "Well, I really like this," and then all of these sparkles. She just casts prestidigitation. And then if I really concentrate, I can make myself invisible.
That is pretty cool.
But I have to really concentrate.
Have you ever really concentrated on trying to make someone else super fast?
No, I don't think so, but I probably could.
Yeah, one of my friends that I used to adventure with, his type of magic, he was able to enhance the abilities of other people, and he could make me go really fast. I could attack so many times.
Wow, that's cool. What was his name?
It was very cool. His name was Igor.
Is he in the guild?
Like, I have a list.
Is he in the guild?
I think he is in the guild. Yeah. I don't know if I haven't seen him in a little while. But I think at some point he was in the guild.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
So
I don't know if you had plans for him to be in the guild or not, but there you go.
You are the two of you are moving along. The path that you're on is there is a actual trail, but it's a rough hewn tunnel in the stone, and it comes up to a fork.
Okay.
To the left, the fungal way that was described. You math rocks. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
How perceptive is Xeni?
I'm gonna have to retire this d20 because that's a 10, but I have a +6 to reception, which like isn't bad. But that one's going to dice fail. All right, another one.
What you got? 16?
Oh, a 10.
Oh, a 10. Okay, again, that's average. That's enough to be able to. So the air to the left, where the fungal way is, there's a more warmth to it, probably a bit more humid. You can hear the sounds of like dripping. Definitely has a more organic feel to it. And then down the right is the opposite. It feels much drier, and you don't really get any. There's not really any sounds coming. That path also is considerably more straight and cut than the fungal path. Okay. So I guess I could have prefaced all of this with this, but hey, here we are. So we are going to do sort of a choose your own adventure style, where each choice you make will result in some specific consequences. That sounds so bad, but it's not really meant to be. It's just what happens, cause and effect.
Yeah. I think the consequence has like a negative connotation in our vocabulary, but I think the consequence is just like a neutral term.
I agree.
Yeah.
It should be, or at least that's the perception I feel like should be. But and then depending on the different choices that were made and the results, we'll kind of just figure out how exactly we will end things this evening.
Cool.
So
that sounds good.
Which way do you want to go?
I'll turn to Kiva and say, do you prefer plants or something more man-made?
Probably plants, because I like to draw flora and fauna.
Okay. I was thinking kind of plants as well. The other way, I'm not going to lie, sounded, at least how Nadja described it, like a lot worse. The fungal way sounds more pleasant than whatever, like, I don't know what you call it, like a jaw or like teeth or something. I don't really fully remember, but that doesn't sound...
Iron Fang Tunnel?
Yeah, the Iron Fang. No, thank you. I think you're right. Let's go the plant way.
So the two of you start that way. If my memory serves, then the Iron Fang was the construct that the old settlers used to dig out the rocks, but it does have kind of an unpleasant ring to it.
Yeah, doesn't it feel like that construct is going to like materialize and try to prevent us from going that way?
Mm-hmm. There are stories of constructs down here, you know.
Really? Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen a construct before?
I have seen a couple, yeah. Have you?
Let's find out.
And all of it up to chance.
Why just make something up when I could ask the dice gods?
Yeah.
They say that yes, I have found a construct. Question from Erika. Would Xeni have, because she's down here and you said there was like the night market around, is this by the arena?
So this not exactly, but that is probably a place that you have been. You've probably been to the dark market. You have probably, because it's not you know, and you can decide whether or not you've ventured to the surface outside of North Vale, because the detriment only comes from the Phalite, and that is only in North Vale. But the yeah, I would, Zinni, if you've been here for saying, you know, at minimum 2 years, then I would think that she probably has familiarity with the arena and their constructs. The guild also has several members who often employ them. I don't know that they would be very commonplace in Undervale proper, but she probably has had, at least in passing.
Yeah. So I've never like fought a construct. I don't have any friends that are constructs, but I do have a friend that fought in the arena once, and they got to take me like back downstage, like behind the scenes, and I did get to meet the arena construct, and that was pretty cool.
Whoa. I've never been to the arena in the dark market, right?
It is. I would maybe wait a few years. It can get a little rough.
Yeah, my big brother doesn't like me doesn't want me to go to the dark market.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, but you've gotta really keep your wits about you.
So as you're moving into this tunnel, some bioluminescence starts to flood the air around you. There are this is the world for you, because most of it is bioluminescent. There are the veins of mycelium colonies sort of hanging down from the ceiling of this tunnel, and as the tunnel progresses, it opens up a little bit into a larger cavern space, and off to the left there is a bit of trickling water coming through some broken rocks and whatnot, and there are some very large mushrooms with probably like telephone pole size stalks, and they go up very, very high, and they're illuminated very, very brightly. Kiva comes in. Give me another perception check.
Yeah.
And Kiva too. Kiva failed, which makes sense because she's just a kid.
That's a 23.
Oh wow, yeah. So as soon as you get into the space,
being a lot better.
So as soon as this space opens up, we'll blame it on the confines of the tunnels. So as soon as the space opens up, and you kind of get your bearings, you get a kind of a prickling on the back of your neck.
Ugh.
Kiva is completely taken in by the scenery and has even pulled out her
she's pulled out the sketchbook.
The sketch, yeah, she's drawing one of these big mushrooms.
Cool.
With that,
I'm not going to say anything to her in case it's nothing, but I do want to like turn around a little bit.
yeah. So off behind you, kind of to the left, in the midst of some of these fungal growths, you could hear something moving around.
Okay. I'll walk over to Kiva and be like, I don't know what it is yet, but I hear something moving over here. So if there's something that pops out that seems a bit malevolent, I'm going to need you to hide. Sound good?
Okay. She's already sort of instinctively starting to hide.
Starting to hide. Okay, cool. And I'm going to like walk subtly closer to where the noise is coming from.
All right. So as you approach, a large sort of katydid, cicada-looking sort of insect is in the stalks of these mushrooms. You can see these two big like eyes, and it's holding very, very still.
Yeah.
But you definitely see it.
Yeah. Okay. Does it look like it's going to attack, or does it just look like afraid and trying to, like, it's more afraid of us than we are of it?
It doesn't look afraid, and it is a predatory insect, but it's also not trying to be aggressive. So it looks like it knows you're there, but it does not appear to be intent on you at the moment.
Okay, can I make an animal handling check to like get it to be calm around us?
Sure.
Try and appear non-threatening in some way?
Please.
Okay.
Math rocks.
That's a 7.
Yeah, no, like so describe what Xeni does to try to appear non-threatening.
Cool. So Xeni tries to like make herself physically smaller, so she like crouches down a little bit and like backs up slightly, and tries to kind of appear non-threatening. And however, the way she crouches down appears more fighting stance than I'm not trying to hurt you.
Yeah, so when you crouch down, like it like raises up just a little bit, and you can see on its back it does have wings, and they start to like vibrate, giving off a what's that noise called? Just like sort of rattlings.
Yeah,
but louder than that.
Like window right now will be flooded with the sound of.
Yes, like a one really big ass cicada.
The American South in the summer, my soundtrack.
Oh, love it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna like stand up a little bit and like, I don't know, like back up. Like I'm. What's going through Xeni's mind right now is that she thinks that Kiva would find this creature really cool and want to draw it, and so she's trying to like be kind and like let it know we're non-threatening so that she can invite Kiva over to like take a closer look.
Okay. It's not terribly aggressive. I keep rolling to see how mad it's getting, and it's not getting very mad. So while it doesn't necessarily like that you crouched down, it is not going to react negatively to that.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and then turn around and be like, Kiva, if you come closer very, very slowly and quietly, you can probably get a closer look and see if you want to add it to your sketchbook. But you've got to be quiet.
Let's roll a stealth check for this inept kid.
Oh.
What? So that's a nat 20. What the fuck?
Yes.
I was hoping she was gonna like whiff it.
I was hoping she wasn't gonna whiff it.
Well, different strokes for different folks. Yeah, she is apparently very enamored and does exactly what she needs to do to softly step on the stone in between some of these mushrooms and gets in a spot very close to you where she can still see, has a straight sight line to this very large insect. And she
hang out for a little bit while you draw it, and then I suggest we probably get out of its space. I don't think it likes us being so close.
Yeah, that makes sense. They can smell us really good.
Mm-hmm.
So she pulls out her and sketches a pretty rough with the charcoal pencil for a time, and then that's pretty good. I can put the details in another time.
Later. Okay, cool. All right, and then I guess we shall move along.
All right. So you head a little bit down a little bit further. After a while, this path comes to another fork.
Okay. Another perception check, perhaps?
Yeah, give me another perception check.
Cool. That is a 15.
Yeah, 15 is pretty good. To your left is a very, very dark tunnel. There is a staleness in the air. Probably kind of an acrid sort of smell to it as well.
Yeah.
And then the path to the right, you can make out some light further down, possibly some more bioluminescence, because it is not the color of firelight.
Okay.
And with that perception check, you can hear a very faint voice of someone going, "Hey! Help!" Was that a voice?
think that was a voice. I mean, it could be something down here trying to lure us in the wrong direction, but I would feel incredibly guilty if we didn't go check it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, they definitely said help, right?
They said help for sure. So I think we've got to go that way.
Okay.
You can just stay behind me. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out.
So as you head down, this section of the map is called the Forgotten Shaft.
Fun.
So you come into a tight vertical shaft. There's some rickety ladders, some ancient scaffoldings, that everything is covered in dust. There's cobwebs. At the bottom of this shaft is what looks like a makeshift camp that somebody's made, and there is a white light lantern sitting on the ground that is currently lit.
Okay.
And as you come in, are you being sneaky, or are you?
We're not being sneaky. We're coming in.
So you're coming in hot after you get into the space.
Clanky, but not sneaky.
Not clanky, but not sneaky. Love it. So as you come into the space, after a few moments, you hear it again. Hey, help! And it is coming from above you.
Above. Okay, interesting. I'll look up above and yell like, "Hello, there are people here. We want to help you. Where are you?"
Here! Give me another perception check.
Okay. 9. I can't win with the dice rolls.
That's okay, because I rolled for Kiva too. She got a 16. So.
Okay, there we go.
NPC! So she kind of like walks around you a little bit, and you can see you're looking up, and there is some light coming from up there from an unknown source. You can tell that the shaft goes up quite a ways. And off to like one side, maybe about 30 feet up, is a ledge that you can see the tip of a sword and some firelight, like flickering, like it looks like maybe it's away from the edge. I think they're up there.
Oh my god, I think you're right. How did you get up there?
There's no response.
No response.
You think they're hurt?
I mean, they were just yelling a moment ago. What do you mean they can't respond to us?
I don't know.
It makes
weird.
Me feel like it's weird. Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah. Cast Detect Magic. And describe what Detect Magic does for us, just because I like doing this in these sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Detect Magic is a spell that I can sense the presence of some kind of magic within 30 feet of me. And so I can, see a faint aura around any like creature or object or thing that bears magic in 30 feet of like my space, and I learn what school of magic it is. I'm hoping that that's what we were going for.
Yeah.
In description, and not like, what does Xeni's magic look like? Because I haven't thought of that.
That's all right. I don't think Detect Magic is really one of the spells that looks like anything anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just kind of a sense, right? You get a little bit of magic coming off of Kiva.
Okay.
But you don't get any magic from anywhere else. Not within 30 feet.
I don't know if it's just that my aura is not strong enough, or if it's an echo from somewhere else, but I feel like you should hide and I should go investigate what's up there. But I don't want something bad to happen to you while I'm gone.
Okay.
I don't think I should take you up there with me. That just seems logistically hard.
I don't want to go up there. Okay, I'll hide. Yeah, I'll hide. And she starts to kind of look around in this immediate area that you're in, and then finds a spot, because she is small, to kind of tuck herself back behind a beam and some rocks. And then a little blue hand comes out.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and climb up there.
All right, give me an athletics check.
What about acrobatics? What about if I make it flashy?
If you can make it make sense to use acrobatics, that's my whole thing. As long as it makes sense, sure. You know.
Yeah, it instead of like a physical climb, it's more like parkour. And
okay,
so
you're kind of like run up.
So it's kind of like a yeah.
Okay.
There.
Give me 5. Give me your acrobatics. I'm good with that.
15.
15's no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you get up there just fine. Some of the beams are maybe a little, you might stop for a second and then keep going, but you hop up there okay. Laying on the ground is a torch. That is where the light is coming from, and there is a sword nearby. It is being gripped by a hand that is attached to an arm that is severed, and there is a bunch of fresh blood all around it. Give me another perception check.
All right. 12.
I mean, that's good enough to see it coming.
Okay.
So as you're standing there, you notice that the ledge, where the web is and where this arm is, there's a bunch of webs.
Okay.
And it kind of goes back into this tunnel. And then you hear the sound again, the voice. Hey! Help! And it comes from the far end of the tunnel. And then stepping out of the shadows is a very large spider-like creature.
Ah, okay.
With the head of this poor adventurer in its mandibles. And it is making it's severed. Yeah, severed head. Severed head, neck, and a little bit of probably the shoulders. And it is using the head to call out to you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll for initiative.
Yep, I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I just rolled my best roll of the night, and I have... and so I got a 17 plus 14.
Jesus Christ. Like so fast that the spider doesn't even have time to think about what it wants to do, right? Like,
yeah.
So much initiative.
So much initiative.
God damn. Between you and James, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me.
We're gonna be going first.
All right. So, that's so ridiculous. The spider only got a 17, like a 17, just flat. But that's okay. We are just at an hour, so let's jump to a potty break. And when we come back, we'll resolve this unpleasantness and continue on our journey. Cool?
Ooh, sounds good.
Don't go anywhere. BRB.
BRB.
And we're back.
Yay!
Hi, friends. As is the custom, we hope you had a pleasant bathroom break. We were just discussing favoritism in our D&D classes. Before we left for the bathroom break, Xeni was on a bit of a babysitting field trip with Kavi, a dark elf who has been infected with lycanthropy. Xeni was brought this mission by Nadja of the Hunters Guild, and they are trying to get Kiva to the surface of Northvale, where they will meet with somebody to help them with this lycanthropy issue, whatever that means. But right before we left, they were investigating somebody calling, "Hey, help me!" in this shaft in this underground tunnel network. But wouldn't you know it, it was a trap. A bit of unpleasantness from a very large spider that has taken apart an unfortunate person and is somehow using that person's still intact head to call out.
Really creepy.
Super creepy. I had to put a spider in this game because of James and Vigo, to make him assured that spiders are everywhere in this world. I need to put an arachnophobia warning, but I didn't use any art this time, so it's different.
Yeah, there's no art, so it's okay.
But boy, howdy, have I drawn some horrible stuff. You thought that chicken picture was bad.
The chicken picture has been traumatizing me for like the last, I don't know, like week. Have you watched the summer Hikaru died? No, it's a new anime that's like currently coming out, and the chicken picture is from the anime. They just like kind of jump scare you with it.
Yikes.
For trauma.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. And the lore is that it's actually chicken that they made on set, and so they took a picture of the chicken. We're like, that's super gross. Let's use it, and then they fried it and ate it as a cast.
I love that. That is endears it to me a little bit, but as soon as I see it again, I'm going to be upset. So, so we rolled up initiative. This weird spider is at the end of this hall. We will, let's see. It is about 18 feet from you, so not very far.
That's not very far.
And you have real stupid initiative, so you get to go first, obviously.
31.
What you got?
Yes. Okay. So I'm just reading about improved divine smite and making sure that happens on every turn. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Great. I get to use my flails for the first time, and so it's so cool. So the other best, I'm so pumped for this. I sent on like as a very side note, and then I promise we'll get back to D&D.
Yeah.
I sent the weapon description to one of my friends who I played D&D with, and I DM'd for him, and he wrote back and he was like, "So do you think like I can have that?" And I was
Congrats!
Like, I haven't used it yet.
So you get to see if it is indeed broken or not.
Right,
and then decide.
To give him this.
Fair. Okay, I can respect that.
It was like, wow. Not like, oh, that's so cool, I'm so happy for you. Just like, hey, what about me?
No, I totally... don't you think that the party here has not given me an earful about it?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. So the other cool thing about Xeni is that she dual wields twin flails that are attached via like a metal chain situation. And so she gets those out and she's going to start whipping them around. So she will attack the spider with her flails. And so my offhand attack is a bonus action. So it's just the regular, like, 2 attacks. And then if I want to use my bonus action for the offhand attack, it's a third one.
Yeah.
All right. I will roll to hit with my 2 attacks. Oh my god. That's terrible. I need new dice. I got a nat 1 and a 4, so I got a 14 to hit. That's terrifying.
Wow, that's pretty bad. That misses.
I know. That's gonna be awful. It's okay. I'm getting new d20s out for next time. But yeah, Xeni fully whiffs her first 2 attacks.
Best. So here's the flavor for that. Is, we're gonna say this: you fling this flail at it, and the spider literally just goes and it's behind them.
And Xeni takes like half a second. She like looks up at the ceiling, like contemplates her life choices up until this point. and then is gonna use her bonus action to see if she can hit.
Please.
Great. Okay, that's much better. That's a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Absolutely.
Great, and because she's pissed off now that she missed the first time, she's gonna dump a second level smite.
The anger smite.
Just out of spite.
Ah yes, a spite smite. Love it.
Spite smite. That's never happened before in D&D.
Never.
Okay, how many d20s or d8s do I need to roll?
How many d20s?
How many d8s do I need to roll? Okay, I need to roll 5. Okay.
Math.
Is I know now I'm mathing. That is 37 points of damage.
Nice. Not a small hit on this large spider. Yeah.
He's pissed. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. So this large arachnid is going to climb up onto the wall. And as it clings to the wall, it drops the piece of chunk of torso that it's carrying around. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Good at those. A 17.
A 17 will do it. Just because I probably these things are fairly squishy because it's you're by yourself and I don't like GM player characters, and we just want to we want to play around with the character a little bit before we get into it. But so
I love
just
that she whiffed her first 2 attacks.
I love that so much. So what this thing is trying to do is that actually you get this feeling like there's a little bit of a mental fog maybe in a moment, and this has an ability called Mental Web that sets creatures in a certain radius at disadvantage on pretty much everything. But you passed the saving throw. Cool. It does have multi-attack though, so it is going to jump on you.
Okay. Hate that.
It's going to jump on you and bite. Your AC is stupid. But hey, that's actually good. So we got a 22 on the first one.
Okay. That'll hit.
Nat 20 on the second one.
Oh.
Whoops. Sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry. Because you'll definitely get me back. All right. So that is going to be... 9 points of piercing damage and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. A 6.
You are poisoned.
Poisoned. Okay. Cool. Got it.
All right. Your turn.
And Meg mentions that my volume could be a smidge louder.
Okay.
That is an easy fix or not.
It is.
Cool. Alrighty, it is Xeni's turn again, and me and my new d20s are going to do better this time. I rolled a nat 1 again.
No, you did.
On a new die. I did, I swear to God. There, can we see it?
That's amazing.
It's awful. It's truly terrible. Of the first 5 dice I rolled, she's not won twice.
We're gonna get them all out of the way now, then, right?
All out of the way now.
Yeah, all out of the way here now, so that from now on you're just rolling heat. I get it.
Just heat from here on out.
That is
the second attack. The second attack was a 17 to hit. We don't know.
Okay, that's a little heat. Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank God.
Indeed. Woo.
Jesus Christ. Take the wheel.
The dice are fickle, Erika. The dice are fickle.
That's 12 points of damage from that attack, and she's going to use her bonus action to hit again because, again, she's peeved. And that's a 24.
Yeah. Oh, hit. Roll that damage.
That one's much better. And that second attack is 20 points of damage. That's not too bad.
Yeah, this thing is hurting. You've probably knocked at least one of its legs off.
Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't take, like, Great Weapon Master, because then I would have been out here Great Weapon Mastering and doing, like, rolling in the negatives.
All right. So, in response to the pain that this thing is now under, I'm going to need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. 9.
You are going to take... Oh my god, where's my other D8? I'll just roll you. 17 points of psychic damage as the two largest eyes. I think this thing's sort of like a jumping spider. It does have two very large eyes in addition to the other 6. They kind of flash like bioluminescence, like the scary fish at the bottom of the ocean a little bit. And he casts Mind Lance on you.
Okay.
So your next... Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say that this battle is... So Xeni doesn't have a problem with spiders. Erika doesn't like spiders, but is not, like, so arachnophobic you can't have them in the game. This is reminiscent of, like, me trying to kill a spider in my own house.
You're just, like, throwing things and missing, and then
it like flip-flop, and
it does psychic damage on you. Like, yeah. No, that tracks. Okay. I'm glad that the art could imitate life then, you know? It's a rare occurrence. Your next attack will be a disadvantage.
Of course.
But just the first one.
Just the first one. Okay. So Xeni, thoroughly mad that this isn't taken care of already because she's like, I'm better than this. And then she has to take a deep breath and remind herself, like, no negative self-talk. That's what they, like, it's what your friends told you, like, you don't get any better if you tell yourself you're bad. Like, you're gonna squash it this time.
Love that.
And so she rolls to hit with that first attack. That's gonna miss. It's a 2.
But not a 1.
Not a 1. So improvement. Right? That's the. So she's gonna roll again to hit twice, which will use her bonus action for the offhand attack. Okay, and we got another 17 to hit and another 24 to hit.
Roll the damage. Yeah, both of those are good.
God. Oh my god. Okay. 32 points of damage.
32?
That's combined.
Describe how you kill it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So after having missed an embarrassing number of times, Xeni's like, I really hope she hasn't seen any of this from her hiding spot. The last flail connects with the spider and just, like, squishes it. Like, you hear the exoskeleton kind of crunch a little bit under the spikes of the flail, and it's just kind of, like, left a smear on the wall where it was.
Love it. Yeah, its legs, like, twitch a little bit. Anything else that you're going to do up here before you head back down to Kiva?
I'm going to look around and see if there's any, like, identification for this person that it ate.
Yeah. So you check the various body parts because it has has been ripped apart. Fun fact,
Yeah.
some spiders, not all spiders exsanguinate their prey. Some spiders tear them up and just eat them. In addition to the sword that's there, you do find there's a buckler, a steel buckler, and you find a necklace, like an amulet, that is particularly like significant. It is a ornately carved, like griffin head. It is not something that you've seen before, but it is. You can tell that it has some significance to it. Does that make sense?
I detect magic on the necklace.
Yes, but it does not do anything.
Doesn't do anything. Okay.
And that's mostly because its wearer is dead.
That's valid. That makes sense. Okay, cool. All right. So no other like identification up here after looking around. I will teleport back down. I forgot about my blessing of the Raven Queen. That makes me able to teleport 30 feet around.
Love that.
I will materialize back on the main floor and let oh my god, I keep forgetting her name. Let Kiva know that
so do I.
I'm not alone.
No, you're fine. I oftentimes forget the names of my own NPCs. It's a point of pride, really, at this point. Yeah. So you poof back down. After a moment, she peeks her head out. Did you find them? Are they okay? What happened? What was that noise?
They're not okay. The person calling for help was already long dead. I don't know how the spider was able. There was a spider up there, by the way.
Oh.
I don't know how it was able to like communicate through the head of the person, but it had it in like its pincer jaw thing, and was using that to like communicate the help message. It was really eerie.
I've heard some of the other hunters say that there are spiders down here that have psychic abilities. So maybe.
Oh, maybe it was one of those.
Maybe. I've never seen one,
Maybe.
so I don't know.
I wonder if it could like speak psychically and it was using like what life force was left of the person up there to control its mouth. I don't know. That would be weird.
That would be weird.
But I found this amulet. It doesn't seem magical, but it's kind of cool looking. So there's that.
Oh, yeah.
You seen anything like this before?
Yeah, it does look familiar.
Hmm.
I think I saw some of the guys at the tavern had a couple, were all wearing those. I don't know what it is, but I remember seeing it before.
Maybe it's like to signify their group.
By the tavern. It's a tavern in Undervale, but probably only one. Yeah. We're going to just say that for now, and we'll decide whether or not Michael changes his mind next session.
Cool. Yeah, maybe it's like a group identifier or something. I'll hang on to it and see if I notice anyone else wearing it or someone who might have known this person and see if we can get it back to them.
Somebody else in the guild might know too.
That's true. I could ask a guild member. That's true. Maybe Nodger or someone else knows. Should we keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going. I'm getting a bit of a headache.
Do you think you need to rest, or do you...
No, we can keep going.
Okay, let me know if it gets worse. Let's try this and see if it gets better, and I'll give her like 5 points of lay on hands.
Yeah, that does help a bit. And you could take a GM inspiration for that.
Cool.
All right. So we continue a ways consulting the map. Some of the other paths are you could get to them on the map and they're actually blocked, and you end up having to make some backtracking and whatnot. But after a time, you start to come into a section of the tunnels that are decidedly more man-made. You can tell now. We have been walking and walking and walking and walking. Hours and hours and hours, steadily moving up higher and higher, closer to the surface, and the tunnels take on a decidedly more man-made style.
Cool.
And after a while, there is the sound of water, and you guys come into a tunnel that it looks like a wet works. And the idea, the impression that you get is that the city is probably just above y'all's heads. But however, oh well, go ahead. So you come into this very large open space with these tunnels. There's catwalks, some pipes and things. There's still quite a bit of rock around. There are lanterns that are lit all about. You can hear muffled voices from up above. It's probably dusk, maybe sundown-ish, maybe. Any immediate thing you want to do in this new environment?
Cool. I think we're getting close to the surface here. Can I like make a perception check and look around and see if I like hear any people working down here? Like, is this? It looks to me like it's used frequently, but I'm not 100%.
So yeah, give me a perception check.
Cool. That is a dirty 20.
You get the sense that yes, there are people do traffic down here quite a bit, but you can't hear anything in the immediate vicinity. All of the sounds like it's coming from up above on the surface level.
Okay. That makes sense. Cool.
So as you,
I guess let's go ahead. I was gonna say let's head towards where it seems like the exit is, like wherever the noise or most light is coming from.
Most of the paths lead in one direction. There's not really a whole plethora of tunnels down in this particular area. You do come up. There's the wall across from the catwalk that you're on. There's this large sort of looks kind of like a bulkhead. This big cast iron disc in the wall.
Yeah.
And there's a little scaffolding underneath it that looks like it has been recently put there. And sitting on the top of it is a large barrel that, if you were a gambling person, might guess is a powder barrel, a powder keg.
Okay.
After a few moments, you can hear some footsteps. And from around the corner, first of all, you hear the footsteps. What do you do? What's your immediate reaction?
I turn to Kiva and I'm like, listen, I think that's a powder barrel. I don't know if it's gonna like explode or anything like that, and so I think we should back up and maybe you should hide. I hear some footsteps coming around the corner.
Yeah, okay. She goes to hide. She doesn't do a great job this time. This is a harder space to hide in, but she is hidden for now.
Cool.
Coming around the corner is a figure dressed in all black with a hood. They do not seem to have any sort of insignia. What they are wearing does give you the impression of a uniform, but it's not anything that you recognize. They generally have that shady, secretive character kind of vibe to them, but they are pacing a little bit. They seem to be kind of pacing in the general area right around where this keg is, as if they were waiting on something. They failed their perception check, so they have not noticed you.
Okay. I will approach them first then. I'll walk up to them and ask, is this the exit?
So as you walk up, they turn. Their immediate reaction is pretty jerky. You get the impression that they were not expecting to have anybody else down here. And without really much motion or fanfare, they do pull a sword out. You're not supposed to be down here.
You don't know that.
Who are you?
I have express permission to travel these ways.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. Is my Riz high enough? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe a 17.
Oh yeah, no, your Riz is definitely, that's high enough. And that's saying
That's
something.
my favorite thing about teaching kids how to play D&D is that they're like, "Oh my God, is charisma, is that where Riz is from?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's like the
That's the root.
root
You're
word."
right. That's the root word. Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Well, where did you
and then they
come
all
from?
crossed out on their sheet.
Where did you come from?
Below.
Below?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's your
Where did you
business
come
in
from?
here? Above.
Touché.
Well, what's your business down here?
I am trying to reach Northvale. Right, that's where we're going.
See, now I've got a problem.
Hmm.
Because nobody's supposed to know I'm down here.
Hmm. I won't tell anyone if you won't tell anyone that I'm down here.
And if I need some convincing, he starts to like pace a little bit now, in the manner to suggest that maybe he's sizing you up a little bit.
Okay. We could make a pact. Mutual protection. Something you need, something I need. No one else should know that the two of us were down here. I help you in the future. Maybe you help me in the future. It's a beneficial thing.
And how do I know that I can trust you to keep your word?
It's a risk you'll have to take, but it's the risk I'd be taking on you as well.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 7.
Well, I rolled a 1, so
Cool.
yeah.
Loving this.
He kind of looks at you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah, should we shake on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He points his sword down the scaffolding past him, or down the catwalk past him, that way.
I'm going to need you to close your eyes for 20 seconds while I exit.
Why?
Maybe someone else is down here that shouldn't be as well, and I don't want them to get roped into our pact.
I don't like it, but fair enough. He just turns away from you. And he is still wearing his hood. He hasn't taken his hood off.
Cool. I'll motion for Kiva to come quietly.
Kiva comes quietly. Who is that?
And we'll once Kiva's out and before I fully exit, I'll turn back around and say, should we trade names so we know how to contact each other later?
Yeah. What's your name?
Name is Xeni. What's your name?
You call me Ghost.
Ghost. Nice to meet you, Ghost. Well, should you ever see me again and need something, we'll figure it out from there.
Likewise. And he goes back to...
Probably a bad choice, but that's okay.
He goes back to guarding this mysterious barrel. So you pass out. There is you're sort of English hard, me be dumb. This not really like an industrial area, but there is an area that's kind of away from the main thoroughfare and the merchants and the residents, where this entrance or exit to the wet works, I guess, for you all would be. It is dusk, and there are a fair number of people, at least in the general enough vicinity that you can hear them. You do also make out that there are several plumes of black smoke coming up from different parts of the city. You can smell fire on the air.
Okay.
Are we going to head to the storage depot?
I think let's head to the storage depot, yeah.
Yeah. So, I've had this artwork for fucking ever.
I don't have a lot of artwork for this session. I've seen 6 different set pieces, now 7, and at least 3 NPCs.
Well, see, here's the thing. I have also been accumulating this art forever. Like I have been working on this stuff for years. And I also will do a thing even before I even knew, like before I know what a session is going to even be. I have catch-alls. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm going to draw 6 different taverns. I'm going to draw a cathedral. I'm going to draw a storage depot. I'm going to,
yeah, that makes sense.
And then I look through the art that I have already and see what I can plug in where. Because a lot of this stuff was also just like exercises, drawing, like practice with my tablet and whatnot. Anyway, I'm rambling. But you come into this very large concrete stone construct building with crates and barrels everywhere. There is at least 1 guard on duty.
Okay.
Are we going to try to be sneaky, or are we going to try the diplomatic approach?
The diplomatic approach has been working for us so far, but I do have a spell called non-detection. I'm curious how that works. I've never taken it before.
I am going to point out that because we are on the surface now, the Fey light will have a negative impact on some of your rolls.
Okay, that makes sense. And this is just to hide things from divination magic, so it is not going to help us in the sneakiness of being up here. So we'll go the diplomatic approach, but I will turn to Kiva and say, so Nadja said that we were meeting someone up here. She called this person a contact, but I don't know who they are and I don't know what they look like. Do you?
I don't. I didn't arrange this. I just know I'm supposed to go into Bay 4 and wait.
Okay, we will head to Bay 4 then. All right, says we'll just be as normal, like, the like like we're being so normal as we're like walking through, like we have every right to be here.
So as you approach like this main doorway, there's a guard there. There's now only 1 guard. Naturally, as you approach, he steps into the doorway. He's dressed in very nice armor. I don't know if you can determine how familiar, the amount of familiarity that Xeni has with the comings and goings on in North Vale, but you can tell that this is an individual from the Thorn Guard. The Thorn Guard is sort of the security militia of North Vale, and they have a very good reputation for being like badasses. I mean, they're called the Thorn Guard. That's a cool name, and I'm all about like the cool name comes with coolness. So
coolness. Okay. Cool.
But he's an Eladrin, winter Eladrin, so he's fairly pale-skinned, almost like bluish pale. Good evening, ladies. May I help you?
Yes, we're trying to make it to Bay 4.
Bay 4?
Mm-hmm.
Any motions for you?
All right, let's follow along.
So he steps into the depot area, and then there's a little like side alcove that possibly for like beasts of burden to be tied up, maybe while carts are being loaded. It's kind of around the corner. Right, is this her?
How do I know we can trust you?
How do I know I can trust you? Look, I know that the person I'm supposed to wait for is supposed to go to Bay 4. And you're the first person that's asked me about Bay 4 all night. So I suppose I did get... Sorry, this is my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous.
That's okay. All we know is to ask for where Bay 4 is. So this is the person who needs to get to Bay 4. If you can lead us there and you've been waiting for us, then that's good enough for me.
Right. Okay, this way. As you are walking in, Kiva. God damn. I just forgot it. I don't know if you noticed.
Always the names.
Yeah, I had to point it out. Again, she's kind of grabbing her head.
I'm gonna give her 5 more points of lay on hands.
Love it. Okay.
I just keep touching her shoulder and like infusing her with some like healing energy.
So as you get over into Bay 4, so I just read Meg's message.
Yeah.
There is a distinct ring on the ground in the stone. Like it's cobblestone, but you can see that there's like a ring in the patchwork cobblestone underneath Bay 4. Right. So in here. So he goes in and he opens up a large crate. Like, she's got to wait in here.
She's not a monster. Why does she have to wait in a crate?
Look, I was told that...
You understand how this looks to us, though, right?
Of course I do, but look, what you don't know if she's... I was told that she needed to wait inside the crate and to be taken to the farmstead. Because that's the only way that they can get him through the city.
Are you guarding the crate as it goes through the city?
Right, yeah.
I like turn to Kiva and I'm like, listen, I know this looks really weird, but I do think that I trust this guy. Can I get like a vibe check on him? Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's fine, but I'm paranoid.
Why?
That's a 19.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's nervous. He's probably he's nervous about the whole thing as well, but you don't get any kind of nefarious or negative vibes off of him.
Okay. So I turn to Kiva and I'm like, I know this is like feels weird, but he is clearly a member of the Thorn Guard. He knows he's the only person here that knows that we're supposed to be here. Can I get in the crate with her? I'll get in the crate with you and we'll go together. If anything happens, I'm still protecting you.
If you can, I mean, it is big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So give me a persuasion check. Kiva's gonna need a little bit of persuading. I don't want to get inside a crate.
I know. 14. We'll go together. I'll still be there if anything happens.
The guard, he steps up and kind of like kneels down to her to get on her level. He's like, look, I know it's scary, but I promise you that when you get where you're going, the people that are there are going to look after you. And that's going to push her over the top. He rolled a 16.
Okay.
And are you getting in with her?
I'm getting in with her.
That's unexpected. All right, so you can no. It's perfect.
Okay.
So you get in, and he goes, "All right, breath," and he closes the door.
Okay.
Kiva and Xeni are now in stasis. You are basically basically asleep. As soon as the crate closes, it's like. And that's where we will end this week.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't expect you to get in the box. I love that. No,
he's like, human trafficking will not happen on my watch.
It's the best. It's great. No, I love this. This sets us up for such an unhinged reunion with everybody, with a possible werewolf in the mix. So, yeah, good job.
Cool.
That's all I got. That's all I got for us tonight.
That makes sense, considering Xeni's asleep in a crate now.
Yeah. I potentially had another little, but we can still use that at the start of next session. Oh, and I can get James in. Oh, that'll be fun. I love when I see the convergence of things, and I see things but great job. Your first D&D one-on-one.
That was cool. I really liked that. That was fun.
Great. I enjoyed it as well. And I look forward to seeing more of Xeni and the unbridled chaos that she brings to the mix of our already unbridled chaotic party. So
I'm really laying into like the good alignment. Like she's like, I'm gonna see this through all the way.
I love that. Because I'm going to tell you a story when we get off because I'll be on here all night. But look, thanks for hanging out with us. YouTube, the chat, y'all were pretty popping. We always appreciate it. If you haven't already, what is the parlance, James? Smash that subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
We'll be back with Ascensia with the rest of our party on Tuesday at 7 p.m., probably closer to 7:15 if I'm being honest, because life is just hard. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what our next scheduled thing is, but I don't know that we have another one on the books yet. But we've always got more content coming. Once Upon a One Shot, we have a new tabletop turntable starting soon. We're going to be playing Gods of Old Appalachia. I'm super excited about that. Cryptids are one of my favorite things, and that game's all about it. We're going to be we just played Ironbound this past weekend. You can check that one shot out up on the channel, and we'll be playing Plaguebound next month. And then we'll be voting on one of those two systems to do for our following tabletop turntable. But yeah, Erika, thank you so much for hanging out and for playing, and may your dice.
I'm super excited. I'm gonna roll exclusively above a 5 next time.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
Do you want to make any bets? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Floor's open.
Okay. Well, the party. One of my favorite things about this particular group, and you're gonna fit in so well in this regard, is the way we respond to when the dice betray us, because that really can make or break a session, and failing forward is just the best. And we, if you can be able to like laugh at it and have a good time, despite the fact that the dice are being bitches, that's the name of the game.
Okay. Sometimes the dice gods have a story they want to tell, and we're just the humble rollers.
Sometimes you can't be amazing all the time at everything, and that's just a fact of life. But I still hope for all the dice rolls to be ever in your favor, and for all of us over here at Grimstone Gaming, never stop playing. Good night. I don't think my ending screen is right. It's not. We're not on Facebook anymore. We're not on Instagram anymore. But the Gmail is still right, and the Patreon is still right. So 50% correct ending screen.